Good morning, everybody. My name is Jared Leary. I've been drumming since 1998. I still got plenty of stuff to work on. In these practice streams, I like to share how I practice, what I practice, the things I'm trying to do to improve as a drummer who still has, again, plenty of stuff to work on. Now, today I'm going to be working on some drum technique and whatnot and just kind of get the hands going after, 2 weeks of not drumming? Now, often people will come into these streams and they'll ask me some questions. I've got multiple live stream chats up across multiple different platforms. And the main hub where you can find all my content is on the Tube of You. Now, in these playlists right here, wrong button, we've got all of the prior live streams. So if you want to see what I was talking about or what I was practicing or how I was doing that, you can check out this playlist on my home tab of YouTube. And it's got over 300 videos in here. Timestamps in the description, shares all the things that I was talking about or what I was practicing. Now, people often ask me some questions like how to improve their own drumming, and I will often edit those down into a very refined answer that I put into this drumming tips playlist. There's over a dozen hours of free drumming tips that I have learned from some phenomenal drummers. So I highly recommend taking a look at some of these. Even though the title might not be interesting, if you click on it, there's often several different tips that I provide in each one of these videos. Again, there's over a dozen hours of free drumming tips on there. If you see any of these videos that say members first, they're all scheduled to release for free. Like this one comes out this upcoming Friday. But every single day, there's a brand new play along that releases on my home tab of YouTube. And so if you're on here, you can go to the home tab where you'll find the drumming, the gaming, the computer science stuff organized neatly. You need to click on the header here to actually show you all of the 2,000 different play-alongs and drumming tips and whatnot on here. If you just scroll on the home tab, it actually cuts off all these different playlists. So there's a bunch of playlists in here with a ton of content. Because I can't organize it super neatly on YouTube, I've actually got on my website, we'll get to Shia LaBeouf in a moment, there's a little preview. On my website, which is linked at the top of every one of these play-alongs, it takes you to here. So jaredoleary.com/drum. Now on here, we've got 62 chop exercises at the moment. We've got over 1,000 grid variations, 419 that are triplet, 577 that are 16th note, and then 36 that are kind of like random ones like Herta grid or like accent only or tap only grids, which are kind of like timing exercises. Then we've got a bunch of different timing exercises, speaking of, in here. 55 drum charts, both straight and swung. Over 400 marching bass exercises, over 360 technique exercises, and then here's where you can find all the drumming tips, the live stream sessions, and then some scripted lessons that I have done on different topics, like how to hold traditional grip or how to practice without actually practicing. So you can check out that one. So that one's all about mental imagery, which is a technique that many Olympians and whatnot use to actually practice if they have an injury or if they are like incapable of practicing. Like for as a drummer, maybe you'd be too noisy, people are asleep or something. You can actually practice mentally if you check out the techniques outlined in that video. So today I'm just gonna get my hands going again, and you'll stick around for that if you want to, but otherwise tomorrow we'll resume working on limb independence. But before we do that, we got to get motivated with Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf here is the great motivator, and he is going to help me to get into the mindset to be able to do drum. Play drumline. That is a very odd question or statement. Anyways, here we go. Shia LaBeouf, help me out. Let's get motivated to play drumline. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. Getting so hyped here. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Yeah, thanks, Shia LaBeouf. I'm super motivated now. All right, we're going to warm up. Now, there's a bunch of stuff that you can use to warm up. Woo. I am going to do a exercise. If we go woo all the way down here. It's one of my favorite stick control variations. So a lot of people use stick control to kind of like get their hands balanced out, to try and make it all sound like it's just one hand playing. There's a bunch of variations in here that can help you out with that. But my favorite one out of all of these is the advanced stick control with filler. So this one, we are going to warm up with. No, we're not playing it at 121. We're going to go here. Cool. Already getting some people harassing. All right, so here, we're going to start off at 80 beats a minute, and we're going to start off nice and slow, and then we're going to speed it up, just getting the hands going. For every single one of these play-alongs, you'll notice that I scrolled down to here, and we've got timestamps that start at 20 beats a minute for this particular exercise and goes all the way to 160. So we're going to start at 80, and it counts you off, and you play along to it, and you can hear the proper interpretation of whatever it is that you're practicing along with. Can you play this? Yes, you can play any one of these. Good morning, Toast. Now, when you're playing through this particular one, you want to try and make it sound nice and even. So again, it sounds like it's all being played on one hand. The filler part is playing the exact same thing as the measure before. So we have right, 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 left. Your right hand does not change at all right here. You're just filling in with an extra left hand in here. Same thing for the next line. So we have right, right, left, right, right, left. And then your right hand plays two of them. But you fill in one left hand in there. So we have... So it's the exact same pattern. You're just adding in that one single note right here. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Now, I'm going to speed this up. What I'd normally recommend do is going like one click at a time faster if you're trying to refine something. But because I'm just trying to warm up my hands, get the blood flowing, we're going to go up by 5s or 10s. And then we're going to stretch and massage, and then we're going to play some more stuff. How come whenever you buy a new pair of sticks, they don't sound even? So if we ignore the potential for it to be like your hands are playing differently, like maybe you're playing higher here and like lower here or with a different technique, tighter or whatever. Yeah, every stick is going to have a different pitch when it vibrates. So when it struck, so for example, there's that, and then there's, so slightly different pitch. So if you get like 2 different pairs, for example, these are the drum kit sticks of these, the Dijonette. They're supposed to be pitch matched to each other, but sometimes they accidentally like slip them up so you get wrong pairs in there. Okay, those are fairly close. Okay, so those are lower. So if you were to like accidentally pair this pair with that pair, then you're gonna get 2 very different sounds. So if you are testing out your sticks in a store, in a physical location, you can actually test it out to make sure that the sticks sound the same and you don't have that different pitch. So that is one way that you can listen for it, is just striking the stick to hear what the pitch is, the tone is, how it sounds when you let it vibrate. And then you can find the pair that actually matches, ideally, and then use that, and that'll help out. But if you order it online, like, you don't always have like customer service reps or whoever in the warehouse or whatever. They're not likely going to look at that. They're just going to grab a thing off the shelf and ship it. But ideally, what you want is to find the pitches the same for your sticks. But that's easier said than done. So if you find a nice pair, save that. Especially for like practice sticks, you want to have those be as consistent as possible when you're on a pad so you can hear it. Yikes! Whoa. Sweet. Let's try 110. I had like a mental hang up there where I broke, where I was thinking about my left hand, the wrist specifically, and I was overthinking it and played the wrong part. Oh no. Okay, for having not drummed in like 2 weeks, I think that's my current breaking point. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stretch and massage, and this is going to help relax your hands more, and then we'll go back to that particular play along, and we're going to play it faster. Let's do the overhead cam. So for this one, first stretch I like to do is you take your sticks, you hold them in your palms so that they're facing up, and you pull in, and you push through. Okay, it's a very weird looking stretch, but it stretches the sides of your forearms. So it's a great stretch to just sit with for a little bit. 10 out of 10, we'll stretch again. And you go back out of it the way that you came. Now, if you do traditional grip like I used to do, Rotate to one end of the extreme and hold it there for like 20 or 30 seconds, and then rotate to the other end of the extreme. But because I don't do traditional grip anymore, I'm going to skip that stretch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch the underside of the forearm. So you could do it pulling it back. You could do 2 fingers at a time if you want a deeper stretch. You could do this on your drums like this, or you could do this on the wall. The lower you go, the deeper the stretch. Just don't put all your weight into it because you don't want to like tear anything. I'm going to go ahead and do that version. Yeah. And now we're going to stretch the top side of the forearm. So you could do it like this, where you're just kind of pulling the fingers towards you. You could do 2 fingers at a time, gives it a little bit deeper of a stretch. You could do this on your drum pad or on your legs or on the wall, but this time it's the higher you go, the deeper the stretch. But again, don't put all your weight into it. Hold it for like 20 to 30. And now we're going to stretch thumb to thumb. We're stretching the fingers. You could do it one at a time, but this just goes twice as fast if you press your thumb onto your other thumb. And this will be the last set of stretches. And then we're going to do a quick massage routine, and then we'll get back into some drumming. My fingers are tight. Highly recommend doing this daily. Even on days off where you're not drumming. Woo! A little pop there. Enjoy that. Today's ASMR stretching and massaging stream with your host, Jared O'Leary. Oh, yeah. Oh. We didn't get one. That's okay. Okay, now I'm going to massage. So I'm doing thumb on top, and the fingers are massaging underneath. Just kind of working my way downtown. Just going up and down the forearm. Try and get nice and relaxed. You can move it over like you're kneading dough. Now, depending on what you are doing, like before you drum or like the day or two before, you might need to massage your like triceps, your biceps, maybe even your shoulders. Might need to stretch those as well. But I do a workout in the morning where I kind of loosen those up, so I don't need to focus on that as much when I'm drumming, but you might need to, just FYI. Now we're going to switch to the other arm. This is changing like the color balance. It's like, see, it's really white now. I'm a ghost in the overhead cam. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage the palm with the thumb, and then the fingers are going to massage the back side of the hand. Trying to relax everything. Nice and relaxed. Loosen everything up. Switch sides. And then the very last stretch, or massage, I can't speak, is going to be from the base to the tip of each one of your fingers. You just kind of like wiggle your way up the tip. Starting at the base, do that like 2 or 3 times. Maybe more if your fingers are a little tight. But just kind of massage as you go. And then we're going to get back into this. So now I'm going to play until I get to a breaking point with this. So I'm going to intentionally just go faster and faster until it completely crashes and burns. And the fire system overhead will shower down water onto my arms that have spontaneously combusted. It's quite the stream. Just you wait. All right, so let's try this at 120. Wish me luck. Oh yeah, the hands already feel better. So 130 is probably going to be the breaking point. I'm playing with sticks that are called Hardeman hammers. And the Hardeman hammers are chopsticks. So they're extra heavy sticks that have the same design and feel of the Hardeman sticks, the normal Ralph Hardeman sticks, except these have a different type of wood used to make them. So they're extra heavy. So they're about 44% heavier than my normal sticks, and they're double taped. So this is a great way to work on your chops. Ignore that. You did not see that. No mistakes were made. Forgot what I was playing for a second. Whoops. Well, that was definitely the breaking point. If that's not the breaking point for you, you can go faster. This one can go as fast as 160. And if that is way too fast for you, don't worry. This one goes as slow as 20. Every single click in between, just click on it, and then it'll tap you off. Now, I'm going to go back to the link that's at the top of every one of those play-alongs, or if you're on the vertical, it's right here, /drum on my website. We've got over 2,000 play-alongs and drumming tips, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm going to just kind of chop out this morning, so I'm going to play through some different exercises. So, for example, I'm going to play Blue Devils Shopping Spree. Let's start off with 1999. No, we're not doing it at that speed. We're going to start off at a nice, comfortable 120. And again, this one goes as slow as 40 or as fast as 200, whatever you need to practice it at. If you click on a BPM that ends with a 0 or a 5, it gives you a few seconds to get yourself set up. If you click on any other one of them, it will immediately start tapping off. So if you need to like click on it and then like run over, grab your sticks, click on a 0 or a 5, and that'll give you a few seconds to get ready. I was thinking about something completely different and like second guessed what this measure was. Whoops. That's okay. We recovered. Welcome back. I'm back too. I left for a while. I let my twin take over the stream. Straight at 130. Sweet! Let's try 140. We're just going to keep going faster and faster until we find the breaking point. Until my arms shatter into 1,000 pieces. My left stick was just like slowly sliding out of my hand. Don't do that, stick. It's very rude of you. Trying to escape. Yeah, so my left hand right now is the issue. So the fact that I haven't played in like 2 weeks is, doing all right. But the left hand, it's like, no, I don't want to play that paradiddle. Thank you, though. This will probably be the breaking point. Wish me luck. Luck. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so the left hand, it's because I'm a traditional grip, so like I'm still recovering from that. It's flatter than my right hand, so it's got more of a German approach rather than an American approach, or as opposed to like French. So I'm trying to fix that, but playing it at this faster speed, it's also giving me some data on like what my fingers are or are not doing. That I'll refine on like a future stream where I'm actually just trying to improve stuff as opposed to just getting the hands going again. So it's helpful to play stuff faster than you can comfortably to give you that data. However, I don't recommend doing it all the time. Maybe 5 or 10% of your time should be at like this, the faster speeds tempi, which is part of tempo. What kind of practice pad I'd say is the best for chop building? Which one is good for rebound, in my opinion? Good question, Jack. So on my website, which is there, since you're on Instagram, if you go into the tips and lessons section, there's right here, these are not sponsored reviews or anything, but it's my thoughts on this pad that I'm using. For the best rebound, that is the best feel relative to like a snare drum, and the most articulation, I highly recommend the Off-World Invader with laminates. So in this video, I kind of share the my thoughts on the pad as a whole, and then do a demonstration of with the laminate and without the laminate, because I have both. But the amount of articulation that you get on this particular pad, so like if we do 3 strokes, the faster you go, the more articulation you want to hear on here, so you can hear each one of the notes, and you can go really fast. So you can go superbly fast, like with 3s, or you can do double strokes. And you can hear the any of the little nuances that are in there. So this is my favorite pad for this. In terms of building chops, you don't necessarily have to get a different pad. You could just stick with this pad and just take a towel and then fold it on top. The more layers you put on top of your pad, the less rebound you're going to get out of it, and the more you're going to have to work on this. So a lot of like old school drummers in particular would talk about like playing on the pillow or playing on the carpet, or you can even play on your leg, but it doesn't feel good. Or you could even play on your forearms. Like if you do match grip, you do it this way. If you do traditional grip, you do it this way. That hurts though. To like get that limited amount of rebound on there, so you don't have to buy 2 separate pads. But my favorite pad that has less rebound and is quieter, so it doesn't annoy as many people. If you're not going to go with the towel method, the Real Feel pad is like a pretty cheap pad that you can get for that. So I've got one over there off camera. Actually, I have like 3 of them, but so that's what I recommend for chop building. But for chop building though, what I'm doing in all these streams, like the sticks that I'm using right now are the Hardeman hammer sticks. So these sticks you can find under the books and gear I recommend. So if you click on this, it shows you, if you scroll down on here, we've got all these different like books that I recommend, the pads that I recommend. But these sticks, they're the best for building chops. So the Hardeman hammers are my favorite. So I highly recommend it if you're interested in getting some chopsticks. Yeah. Cool. Let's go back. 170, I think, is the speed where it's going to completely crash and burn. Let's try it. Again, this is Blue Devil's 99 shopping spree. all this? Okay, so let's go back. That was definitely the breaking point. Now we're going to find the breaking point for the Blue Devils 2000 shopping spree. So this one. And we're going to start off at a nice 120. Go into here. Boop. This one has a 3-4-5 feel. Groupings, I guess you could say. So the rudiments are grouped into that. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I haven't played this in a while. Let's slow it down. Let's do 110. I thought I remembered it more than I did. I don't. A lesson was learned. What's my stream schedule? If you go to, instead of /drum, which is at the top of the screen, go to /schedule. And you can see it. Ah! I screwed up. Yeah. So /schedule. You can also find it here at the top of each one of these play-alongs in the link section there. And it shows you what I'm doing. So like Thursday, no streams on that day, but it shows you what kind of drum streams I'm doing or what game I'm going to play and when I'll do it. These are Eastern time, by the way. But good question. Thanks for asking. Let's try this again. I can't talk while playing this one. Believe in yourself, Jared. You can do it. Yeah, so this measure, I keep, instead of playing 3, 4, 5 off the left, I'm playing this measure where it's 5, 3, 4. So that's why I kept screwing up there. Whoopsies. Don't do that. That's wrong. Okay, let's try it faster. Will it go good? Who knows? I'll let you know in like 1 minute. No, I did again. Let's try it again. We'll just go one click faster. My thumb came off the stick and it just like whoosh. Okay, that's a super advanced technique. It's called the no thumb, no scope. All right, let's try it at 130. This time, keep the sticks on. Contact with the hands. Hands in contact. Reverse it. sound? Nobody knows. Oh, it's early. Let's just say that's the breaking point. I think I need more coffee. Mentally, I just keep like, what do I play? Not that. Nope. So that one I'm not as familiar with as like the 99 one. Let's play another shopping spree. I'm in a shopping spree mood, if you can't tell. This one's a fun one. It's probably my favorite. And apparently it's louder. Good job, Velvet Knights 5-4 shopping spree. Okay, so this one's in 16th notes. So we'll start off at 100. And the groupings for it is in fives. So it uses float variations of rudiments. So like float, flam, drag is the first rudiment, which sounds like this. And then we have float cheeses. Float fives, and then it changes things up here. Now let's go to 110. 120 is probably going to be the breaking point today. It's a fun one, right? If you don't like it, that's okay. I respect your opinion. You're just wrong. Dare I go faster? Do you double dog dare me? Maybe even triple dog dare me? All right, 160 it is. Just kidding. We'll try it at 130. I'm going to lower the heights a little bit. I'm going to hope really hard that I can do this. Nope. I added in chutta-chus. I made it harder than I needed to. Let's try it again. I also left off one diddle on a flam 5. No! I think I can do. Maybe not the last line. That was the alternative ending. I haven't written that one out. I learned it by rote, so, you know. If you want to play that one slower, you can go as slow as 20. If you are better than me, and you want to play faster, you can go as fast as 160. Or if you really want to, you can, you know, click on the gear and then be like, playback speed? Let's go faster. If you're on your phone, you can go as fast as 4 times the speed. So, you know, 5 billion beats a minute. That is the math. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Okay, so let's play one more thing. Let's do what? So many to choose from. You want to play like a really fast roll exercise or a fast technique exercise? Let's do Hast mich McFragen. Let's play float drags variation with flam drags. So there's in this playlist a few different variations for the float drag exercises. So this exercise starts off with a check pattern for the first 2 lines, and then it does the check pattern with a rudiment. In this case, it's going to be float drags. So we're going to start off at a nice, comfortable 120. And then we'll go faster than any person has ever hit a drum pad before. 121. Woo! It's a fun exercise, especially when you go fast. Speaking of, let's go Ultra Instinct mode. 130. I think I could probably play this at 170 today. So that's just a turnaround. It does it off the left. Now 140. Click. Way early. Pop there. 150. Click. Float cheese cheddar cheese. Mm-hmm. 160. Again, if you're actually practicing and not just like trying to chop out, go one click at a time. Refine it. Go slow. When I practice these, I start at 40. All right, this is where I thought would probably be my breaking point this morning. 170. Wish me luck. Send all the luck my way. I'll put it in my pocket. Okay, the amount of luck that you sent was sufficient for that rep. Nice, thank you, I appreciate it. But I've got more pockets. We got some in the back. We've got cargo pockets. So send me more luck. We're gonna do 180. Yeah. I think with all these pockets, I'll be able to hold all the luck I need to play through this. Now I'm going to try to 190, and this is probably going to be where my arms burst into flames. Fear not, my wife is on standby with a fire extinguisher. She's ready to go. Off camera, holding that fire extinguisher. Thanks, wife. Let's try it. Let's try it. I'm going to lower the heights. This is the fastest that it can go without changing the speed with like the gear icon that I showed earlier. And it's going to immediately tap off. The very last one, normally with a 0 or a 5, the ending for the BPM, it'll give you a few seconds. But the very last one, it just immediately goes into it. Oh my. We tried. Well, hello. You're a new sub? I'm an old sub. A 39-year-old sub. Since you're new here. All of the playlongs that I demonstrate can be found on the Home tab. On the Home tab. Because I've got thousands of videos that are drumming or gaming or computer science related. You want to go to the Home tab, and if you click on the header for any of those, it expands to show you all of the playlists. I appreciate the sub, thank you. On the tube of you. But it expands to shows you all of the playlists. There's thousands of videos. Now, because there's so many videos, and because YouTube doesn't really let me organize them as neatly as I would like to, if you go under any one of these play-alongs or the drumming tips videos, the very first link that says more drumming playlist, blah, 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 jaredoleary.com/drum, linked here. Woo! It takes you to here. So this is my website where I can organize things neater. So for example, here's 62 chop exercises organized into these playlists and videos. Here are 1,000 grid variations. There's 419 in triplet. So there's 577 that are 16th note, and then 36 that are like hurt to grids and some random stuff. But all of them are organized, so if you want to just focus on flam 5s, there's the triplet variations, there's the 16th note variations. If you want to work on your Swiss drags, there's the triplet, there's the 16th notes. So it's organized by different rudiments. There's a bunch of wacky ones in here, but I recommend focusing on like rudiment on 1 for any of these variations in here, and get those down, and then you can try the wackier stuff if you're down. We've got over 150 timing exercises for the limb independence. We've got 55 drum charts that are slow to fast for both straight and swung. And then this video that shows you how I'm working on limb independence and some ways that you can practice using those. If you are a bass drummer, we've got over 440 marching bass related exercises. We've got over 360 technique exercises. This is where I recommend spending most of your practice time. Like if you want to work on your roll timing, check out this playlist. If you want to work on your endurance and speed, check out this playlist. If you want to work on your timing transitions, check out this playlist. If you scroll a little bit further down, we've got tips and lessons in here. So in here, we've got like, here are the books I recommend. Like for example, if you work on drum kit, here's some good books. Most of these are Amazon affiliate links. So if you're going to like buy a large television or something, click on one of these links first. And then I get 4% back from Amazon with no extra cost to you. But you can see like the sticks that I was using were the Hardeman hammers if you want to get some chopsticks. This is the pad I'm playing on. I recommend it. Here's the pad that's underneath it. And there's another pad that's underneath that. and another one, and another one, and it just keeps going. If you want to see the tips that I recommend, this playlist has over a dozen hours of tips. Like when people have asked me questions on these streams, I will answer them, edit them down, and put them here. This has the raw practice streams, so you can see over 300 times that I have practiced, and it's got timestamps in the description to show you like what I was talking about or what I was practicing. And then here are some scripted lesson videos like how to hold traditional grip or how to practice drums quietly, blah, blah, blah. And then here's some pad reviews that I've done. Non-sponsored, nothing like that. If you like this content, just share it with somebody else. But I want to just create free content for people. I've paid a lot of money for some very expensive drum teachers over the years and learned some amazing things from them. But there's this like barrier where you need to have money to like be able to pay for that kind of information. So I want to make it available for free. So because I've been drumming since 1998, I have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education. I have a range of experience with this. So the tips that I recommend draw on that and have a wide variety of different topics that we talk about related to drumming, practicing, even teaching, blah, 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 blah. So check those out if you're interested in it. Now, each day will spend about an hour-ish practicing. But you can find the schedule for that at /schedule. So you can see that tomorrow I'll be working on limb independence, and then the next day will be tenor technique, and then limb independence, and then Thursday no streams, taking that day off. But you can check that out if you're interested in it. So if you like this content, again, just share it with somebody else. Oh, and if you see a video that says members first, that just means it's scheduled to release. There's like close to 500 videos that are scheduled to release. So like more than a year's worth of content, play along wise, that are going to be coming out. So plenty more to come. So nothing that I create is like behind a paywall. I don't have a course to sell you. I no longer teach privately. I don't have like a drum pad to sell you or anything like that. I'm not going to like, here's my app, pay for more information. So if you see anything that says members first, it's coming out soon. So the people who have paid for membership, thank you. I appreciate it, but you don't need to do that. It's not necessary. But if you want to learn how to support this content, /support, goes in the order that I recommend. Just share it with people, follow, like my content, engage with it, comment, watch, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to buy anything. That's the very last thing I recommend is like paying for stuff. So save your money. Help other people out. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to get ready for Hollow Knight, which is a game that is kicking my booty. So if you like the gaming stuff, if you go to /game, you can actually find all of the highlight reels here for all these different games that I played, or the entire full streams for all these different games I played, like Hollow Knight, which we're now on the what stream? 6th stream, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to call it here. Tomorrow we'll be back and we'll be working on limb independence on the drum kit. So wish me luck on that. But I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate the questions about like drum pads, about like the sticks and why they sound different, blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to call it here. So I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you enjoy this free content that I create, and goodbye.